Hey guys, welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. I am on holidays and I'm absolutely stoked because they have announced the 4-star that is coming in 1.3 along with Fu Xuan, and I'm calling him Light Dan because I always forget the actual name. But this one is absolutely huge, especially for free-to-play players and those who have not yet pulled a Bailu or anything like that, but also, or haven't decided not to go for Locha, but also if you're like me and going for the Mono Quantum team because you pulled for Silver Wolf. So let's get into it. We have Lynx. They've announced this over on Twitter. Now, we don't know the skills and stuff. I don't go into leaks, so I'm not going to cover any leaks or anything like that. But, you know, we got in this picture, you can obviously see Abundance and Quantum, which is absolutely huge for me. I am super excited. I was really hoping they were going to give us an Abundance character after they gave us Locha, and they gave it to us straight after him, which is, well, not straight after, because obviously next patch we've got Luca, and then it's the patch after that we get her, but I'm happy to wait that extra bit of time. Now, we don't know if we're going to get a free copy, anything like that. Obviously, with the Yukong, we're getting her free in the next patch, which means then the patch after that, we will have Lynx come into the game as, I'm assuming, a summonable unit from probably the second banner if we're going off the way that it's going, and then maybe the patch after that we get a free copy, but we don't know. I'm not confirming that. I'm not sure, but let's take a look, because yesterday they also confirmed Fu Xuan as the second character in 1.3 along with Light Dan, but this one is huge. Over here they've got the post on Twitter, which was made, I think, like 6 minutes ago when I jumped into this. Basically, character card links. In the Landau family, things are quite simple. If you want to do something, just go ahead and do it. The youngest daughter of the Landau family and one of Belobog's best extreme environments explorers. She is highly capable of action despite her apparent lack of motivation. She only appears introverted and lazy to avoid unnecessary socialization. I think we've all got a bit of that. At the gym, dude, like I put my headphones in even if I'm not listening to something so I don't have to socialize. I'm a loser. I get it. But as for what counts as unnecessary socialization, aren't all socializations unnecessary? That's pretty fair. Not going to lie, that is pretty fair. But that is sick. Landau. Now, Landau, is that Japard and Serval family? I can't remember. You guys let me know. Landau's choice is an artifact, dude. How do I not know the surnames? I'm pretty, because it's Belobog. I'm pretty sure that's the path we're going down. Is going to be. I think that's Japard. Anyway. Law people, put it in the comments, let me know. But this is absolutely sick. So for those wondering, so what my plans are, dude, this thing just came up and it's already at 76k, dude. There's hype for this. This is sick. Honestly, I'm just so excited for this because this is exactly what I was hoping for. So I wanted to jump over here into the team builder and give you guys an idea of what I'm looking at in the future. So we've had Fu Xuan confirmed. That was yesterday's tweets. If we go back to Honkai Star Rail on Twitter, and we scroll down, that was Fu Xuan. So they've had her announcement as well. Officially, 2 days ago, I made the one talking about Light Dan, who I can never remember his name, Imbibita Lune. So those are the two characters. Now, what I think is going to happen when we take a look at Lynx with what banner she will be in, I think, so this is my theory. If they're trying to make more cash, which let's face it, they're always going to do, I'm going to say that Fu Xuan is probably going to be the first banner of the patch, and then Imbibidor, this is just a complete, like, there's no justification, like there's no evidence behind this. This is just my guess. I would say Imbibitor will be the second banner, and he will have the Lynx on the banner with him. The reason being is because a lot of people are probably going to be going for the Mono Quantum. So if they wanted to capitalize, they would put Fu Xuan first to get people to summon for Fu Xuan, and then chuck the Quantum Healer that everyone wants on the second banner with the 5-star that doesn't synchronize with that. That's what it's kind of like, but I don't know. That's what I think they do if they're going the full greedy route. If they're going the really generous route, then Fu Xuan would be the second banner with Lynx on that banner. That would be a sick banner for anyone looking to go the Mono Quantum team. That's what I really hope they do, is put those two on the same banner, which would mean that would be the second banner, which would kind of I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But, you know, if they're being generous, Lynx goes on the Fu Xuan banner. If they're not, then it goes on the Imbibitor banner. That is what I am expecting. But let's take a look. I'll show you guys what I'm planning to do on my 2 free-to-play accounts. But both of which I've got Silverwolf. One, she's at E2. The other one, she's not. The other one, I also have a Healer. So my Healer and Silverwolf account, the ideal team that I'm going to look to is getting this. And then obviously we'll put Lynx in that team. That gives us our mono. Now, the other thing is if you don't have Healer, it's still cool. If you only pulled Silverwolf, which is one of my accounts, you can put Qing Chui with that and you can still do really well with this. A Mono Quantum team, it just means you can take this team to essentially anything, especially if you've got Healer, with obviously Lynx in that healing spot, and you should be able to do pretty well. Like, obviously, we don't know what Fu Xuan or Lynx do, but the core of it is a tank / shielder, a healer / abundance healer, a DPS, and a sort of sub-DPS in Silverwolf, who's also the support debuffer for the team. And because of Silverwolf, you're going to be changing things to Quantum. So it may fall down a bit in AoE situations, but if you have Healer, honestly, Qing Chui is pretty good in AoE as well, but, you know, Healer just slaps everything in general. But in this situation, you wouldn't be buffing Healer herself, so she wouldn't be abusing the usefulness of her procs being able to like use a single turn buff for like 4 attacks. So she misses out on that in this team, but in general, it's a general team that you can go, okay, I'll just bring my mono quantum team to that. And we should be pretty safe outside of certain situations. So that is the team I am going to build on one of my accounts. I'm actually going to ideally do it with Qing Chui, and then once I eventually on that account get a Bronya, I'll run like a Healer Bronya comp for the other team, and then we should be pretty set. As for my other account that I'm doing where I have the E2 Silverwolf, where she's a bit of a DPS, what I'm actually going to do on that account is go ahead and pick myself up the Kafka. Well, I'm not guaranteed. I don't think I'm going to have enough to go to hard pity on Kafka, but because on this one I've got E2 Silverwolf, the great thing about E2 Silverwolf is that she reduces the enemy's resistance, which helps anything that has debuffs tied into it. And then Kafka is going to be a great one because then what I'm going to run into is Serval. Now, Serval and Kafka have pretty good synergies in themselves. The thing I really like about Serval is that her ultimate can extend the break shock, as like it can extend any shock. So the cool thing with Kafka and Serval, if I give them both a decent bit of break, like sort of break and crit builds. Like if I go mixed build on both of them, it means I can get good damage, but then also get good break dots, and then I can extend those break dots indefinitely, and then I can just move to using Silverwolf to break once I get those 2 breaks on. It's something I'm going to have to test more. Plus, this has really good AoE capabilities in this type of team as well, which I absolutely love. Then over on that account, I do also have the Bailu, which is going to be like the team that I'm really working towards on my 5-star pulls. So obviously I'll be going for Kafka on that one. But this one I will also, if I do get Kafka, then after that I will look to summon on for whichever banner does have the Lynx on it. Because if I have Lynx in that account as well, then if Bailu is not the ideal healer and Lynx offers some more, I don't know, if her kit's different to what Bailu offers and she offers more offensive support or something like that, then I can always sub Bailu out for the Lynx, and we'd be pretty set up. But that is my plans on my 2 free-to-play accounts. One with E2 Silverwolf, I am going for Kafka. The other one, I am definitely 100% going for Fu Xuan, because then I can get that easy mono quantum team. And away we go. And let's face it, I'll probably just build Healer on that account as well. And then we've just got 5 quantum characters good to go. But keep in mind, this is a little while away. This is in 1.3. We're currently in 1.1. 1.2 is going to have Kafka and Blade. Then 1.3 is going to have these units here. I'm super excited. So glad we're getting the Abundance character. Really nice. Feel kind of bad for the people who didn't really want to pull Locha and then pulled him because they just needed that second healer. But hey, you get a solid, what's that, like 6 weeks out of it? No, you probably get about 9 weeks advantage out of it. So it's not too bad, maybe more. Dude, my math's cooked. But in general, I'm pretty pumped that we got a 4-star healer coming to the game. Really hope that they do the same thing as they're doing with What's-Her-Face. with Yukong, where we get her free in the patch after. We'll have to wait and see, but that is my genuine hope. And honestly, the game has been pretty good in that aspect, so we can cross our fingers and hope for a good result. But anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this one. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.